Hi Juice, today we're going to learn how to render. So let's go. Sketches. So when starting my composition, I tried looking up inspiration for drawing, and so for this I chose to do the yabi style, or you could consider it kind of Y2K for this piece. References help me out find what kind of composition I want for the piece. Here are the references that I use. One tip I can give you is to always finish your sketch clearly so your line work will be easy and won't be so confusing. Line work. So for this, I will show y'all how I essentially color/do my line work. Now when I struggle to get lines straight, I would use this technique of erasing the edges and making it deeper depending on where it hits on certain areas of my art piece. This is kind of the line art, no line art way of doing things. In this video, you can see I chose to do line work, and with this practice recently, I've seen so much growth. Having good line work comes with patience, and sometimes we forget that most artists don't do perfect lines. And most of the time when you're seeing these speed paints, we are redoing our line strokes all the time. So if you like this technique and you don't feel like trying the smooth line work, really confident lines, yet you can try doing and erasing the edges or erasing those bumpy lines when you draw next time. Here you can see that I kind of went the traditional route of just making my lines confident and having bold line strokes throughout this drawing. But later on in this video, I will use the technique shown for when I color. Keep in mind that even your favorite manga artists make mistakes doing lines, yet it might not be as common, but they do make mistakes and use whiteout when they want to cover up those mistakes. So don't worry if you're not really good at drawing lines right now. It takes patience and you'll get good at it soon. Color.
비명을 좀 넣어볼까요?
Now for today, I'm not going to go over color theory, but in another video, I will. Today, I'm just going to tell you about why I simply chose the colors that I tend to use. Obviously, I use somewhat of color theory when choosing complementary colors like pink and purple to create a pinkish hue for this piece. As you can see, I use purple and pink for this one, and for the other one I use more cooler tones like a bluish purplish tone for this one. And the reason why it works is because these colors are so close to each other on the color chart. Rendering. Now when it comes to rendering, I choose to kind of merge most of the flat colors and just paint over it. Rendering and coloring kind of goes hand in hand for me, so I'm using most of my technical skills I know when it comes to light, hitting objects, or when folds have a deeper crease, I tend to add more shadows. These are all the skills and techniques I use when rendering. In rendering, sometimes I keep things more simple and more detailed depending on how it looks all together, to give it that good contrast that I think a lot of good pieces have with other artists. Here's an example of how I kind of color my colors when it comes to shading. And what makes rendering really fun is that you can add highlights wherever you want, or you can add stars and other shapes to make the piece look really appealing. At the end of the day, I think these are more art preference that you can have when polishing your own work. Now, there may be rules on how you should keep your light source or shading to a more believable level, but I say you should have fun regardless. And if you're trying to be more professional, just follow your notes and follow your fundamentals. And make sure you don't stress it, because art is supposed to be fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This part of the video is just the rest of me drawing the rest of the character, Black Swan from Honkai. Now here's the finished result. Hey Chew Crews! If you want to follow my socials, I have a Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Since I'm gonna be busy for school, these videos will be bi-weekly. So hope I see you guys soon. Chew!